Imagine being buried under student debt, working a dead-end delivery job, and one day, someone offers you $200 for just 1 hour of work. Today, we're diving into a gripping crime thriller that follows a desperate young woman who chooses the wrong way to chase freedom and ends up becoming everything she once feared. The movie story centers around a young woman named Emily. When she was a student, she took on a huge debt, one so big that even now, she's still struggling to pay it off. To make ends meet, she works as a food delivery girl, a job she clearly despises. Her expressions show it all. She's frustrated, tired, and desperate to escape this routine. Most of what she earns barely covers her debt payments. One day, Emily's friend tells her about a possible opportunity. She could arrange an interview for her at her own workplace. Emily sees this as a glimmer of hope and decides to give it a try. The very next day, she shows up for the interview, trying her best to make a good impression. But unfortunately, things don't go well. The manager looks at her records and immediately turns her down. The reason? Emily has a criminal record, and no one is willing to hire her because of it. Furious and humiliated, Emily storms out of the building. As she's walking away, still angry, a man approaches her and hands her a slip with a phone number on it. He tells her that if she calls that number, she could make a lot of money, as much as $200 for just 1 hour of work. Emily is stunned. She wonders how anyone could possibly earn that much for such little effort. Out of curiosity and a bit of desperation, Emily decides to text the number. She gets a quick reply. The next morning, she goes to the address she's given and meets a man named Yusuf. There are several other people there as well, and soon Emily realizes that Yusuf is no ordinary guy. He's a professional scammer. Yusuf explains his operation. He and his team steal people's credit card details, then create fake cards to make huge purchases. The people who work for him, like Emily, simply have to use these fake cards to buy expensive products from big stores or luxury brands. Once they deliver the stolen goods to Yusuf, they receive a share of the profit. Emily is nervous. She realizes what they're doing is completely illegal. She starts to panic, thinking about all the ways it could go wrong. What if she gets caught? What if the real credit card owner notices a strange transaction and reports it? And what if the store asks for her ID or phone number? Sensing her hesitation, Yusuf reassures her. He tells her not to worry. He's already made her a fake ID card, so she just needs to focus on the job. Emily is still uneasy, but the weight of her financial troubles pushes her to agree. The next day, following Yusuf's instructions, she walks into a big electronics store. Her mission: to buy an expensive LED TV worth around $2,000 using the fake credit card. Somehow, she pulls it off successfully. When she delivers the item to Yusuf, he hands her $200 in cash. Emily is stunned. She's never earned that much money so easily. Just then, Yusuf tells her that he has another job for her. If she completes this one, she'll earn $2,000. He even gives her a new phone, explaining that from now on, all communication will be through that device so no one can trace her real identity. Curious, Emily asks what kind of job pays $2,000 for an hour. Yusuf smiles and tells her not to worry. He'll explain soon. Now, as mentioned earlier, Yusuf's entire business is built around this scam network. He collects stolen credit card info, makes fake cards and IDs, and sends people like Emily to execute the purchases. These people, desperate for money, do all the risky work, while Yusuf sells the stolen items and makes huge profits. Days pass, but Emily doesn't hear from Yusuf. Frustrated, she throws the phone into a trash bin. Just then, she hears a notification sound. She rushes back, picks up the phone, and sees a message on the screen. Simply yes or no. Realizing it's from Yusuf, she quickly responds and goes to meet him again. Yusuf tells her that the next mission is far more dangerous. This time, she has to steal a car. He warns her that whenever such a large purchase is made, the credit card company calls the real card owner for confirmation. She'll only have about 8 minutes to complete the transaction and escape before they catch on. Emily accepts the challenge. At the dealership, she tries to act natural, but the manager starts getting suspicious. He notices she's not interested in any car details, which is unusual for someone spending that much money. Still, Emily pushes through, buys the car, and heads out. Just as she's about to leave, the manager gets the confirmation call from the credit card owner, who denies making the purchase. He immediately chases after Emily, grabs her by the hair, and tries to drag her out of the car. Emily fights back. She pushes him hard, but not before he punches her in the nose. Blood drips down, but she manages to drive off. When she reaches Yusuf, she throws the car keys at him in anger. "Here's your car," she snaps. "I'm done with this." But Yusuf calms her down and hands her $2,000, thanking her for completing the mission. He offers to drop her home. On the way, Yusuf opens up to Emily. He tells her he's finally going to buy his dream house, something he's wanted all his life. Emily looks at the picture of the house and is surprised. "Can you really afford this?" she asks. Yusuf smiles and says, "There's more money in this business than you can imagine." Emily starts showing interest in what he does, and Yusuf, who has developed feelings for her, agrees to teach her. He takes her to a secret room filled with his equipment, including a machine that prints fake credit cards. He explains everything in detail, showing her how to use it. Emily quickly learns. She becomes skilled at printing fake cards, but Yusuf warns her. Never use these cards for personal purchases, never withdraw money from ATMs, and never shop at the same store twice. Soon, Emily starts printing her own cards and conducting her own operations. She buys expensive products, sells them to black market buyers, and earns huge profits. She tells Yusuf about her growing success, and he praises her. "You're smart," he says. "We should work together." But not everyone is happy about this. One of Yusuf's friends starts acting strangely around Emily and eventually takes her to another room, hinting at some tension. Later, we see Emily visiting her friend, who asks her to stay with her dog while she's out. Emily agrees and goes home afterward. Suddenly, she gets a call from someone claiming to be a dealer, asking her to meet him for a job. She goes to the meeting place and waits, but no one shows up. Disappointed, she returns home. As she's climbing the stairs, a man appears behind her, acting suspiciously. Emily rushes inside and locks the door, but he breaks in, accompanied by a woman, his wife. They're not dealers at all. They're thieves, and they came to steal all the money Emily earned. The man holds a knife to her throat, demanding cash. Terrified, Emily tells them where she's kept all her money. They take everything and leave. Shaken and furious, Emily decides to fight back. She follows them, finds their car, and shocks the man with an electric wire. The woman panics and, under Emily's threat, returns all the stolen money. Later, Emily's friend returns from her trip and throws a party. Emily attends and invites Yusuf along. During the party, the two finally confess their love for each other. Afterward, Yusuf takes Emily to see his dream house and introduces her to his mother. But his cousin, the one who had acted strange before, tells Yusuf's mother that Emily has made a huge mistake. She's been shopping at the same store repeatedly, despite being told not to. Now there's CCTV footage, and they could all get caught. Emily gets angry and insists, "No one can stop me from doing what I'm doing. I'll face whatever comes." Yusuf, worried, tells her to stop chasing money. He says he has already saved enough and plans to leave the city with her soon to start a peaceful life. He explains that all his savings are in a joint account with his cousin, and once he withdraws the money, they'll disappear together. But when Yusuf checks, he's horrified to find all the money gone. His cousin has betrayed him. Shocked and heartbroken, Yusuf tells Emily he'll start again from scratch, but Emily refuses to let it go. She insists they confront his cousin and take the money back. Yusuf warns her that his cousin is dangerous. If he could betray family, he could kill them too. But Emily doesn't back down. She packs her things and forces Yusuf to come along. On the way, Yusuf finally asks her about her criminal record. Emily admits that she once threatened her ex-boyfriend with a knife during an argument. She only meant to scare him into apologizing, but he filed a police complaint, and ever since then, she's been labeled a criminal. They finally reach the cousin's house. Emily poses as a food delivery girl to get inside. When the door opens, she shocks the man standing there with an electric device and locks him in the trunk of a car. Then she sneaks inside the house. Using the man's phone, she sends a message to lure the others outside. Once inside the cousin's room, Yusuf's cousin suddenly attacks Yusuf, hitting him on the head. Emily fights back, grabs a knife, and stabs the cousin in self-defense. Terrified, the cousin tells her the money is in the fridge. Emily grabs it and helps Yusuf out, though he's badly injured. But as they try to leave, they realize the car keys are missing. Just then, the police arrive, called by Yusuf's cousin before dying. Emily realizes she doesn't have enough time. She can't help Yusuf and escape herself. Torn but determined, she grabs all the money and runs away alone, leaving Yusuf behind. The police arrest Yusuf and raid Emily's house, but they find nothing. Emily is long gone. She flees the country and starts a new life in South America. There, she buys her dream car and dream home, the life she always wanted. And now, in a full circle, Emily has become the new Yusuf. She's teaching others how to scam, using the same tricks she once learned from him. And with that, the movie ends, a story of greed, desperation, betrayal, and transformation. And that's how Emily transformed from a struggling delivery girl drowning in debt into the mastermind of her own criminal empire. If you enjoyed this movie breakdown and want to hear more thrilling stories like this, make sure to hit the like button, subscribe, and turn on the notification bell so you never miss our next deep dive. Let me know in the comments, what would you have done if you were in Emily's place?